Disgusting. What on earth possessed you to show it to me? Someone has emptied their nostrils into it.
Just to piss you off, I guess.
Now, about the jacket you found. Do you have it here?
No, monsieur. One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair. A pity, because otherwise it was a fine piece of quality tailoring. It had the tailor's name inside on the label.
Well,
Where did you send the jacket?
I gave it to an itinerant Romani seamstress.
Just my luck. Was there anything in the jacket pockets?
Not a sou. You know what I think?
Do tell me.
He changed out of the clown suit and cunningly disguised himself as an ordinary person.
Looks like I'm up against a mastermind. What was the name on the label?
It was a foreign name. Todrick, I think.
Did you get the address?
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
ooh.
Well, I don't expect you to remember a phone number you've only seen once.
74 98 08 59.
You're kidding. That's his phone number?
Yes, that's it. A little trick with numbers that I learned in the desert. I was taught the technique by a Tuareg shaman.
That's incredible.
It comes in handy at the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
Honesty, monsieur, is its own reward.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty to pay the bills.
I hope you wrote that down, George, because I sure haven't. Well, I can always look it back on the recording, I guess, but...
Take a look at this false nose.
Aha! That looks like a clown's nose to me.
Precisely. He must have dropped it in his panic.
Unless he wanted you to find it.
Why would he want to do that?
Throw you off?
You off the stand?
Yeah. Alright. Well, I don't think that thing is gonna help out at all, but, you know, just for the sake of completing, in case I would otherwise get stuck.
This is what I used to open the manhole cover.
I have one just the same as that, monsieur. I will fetch it if you like.
Ooh, fingerprints.
No, don't bother.
Oh, it is no bother, monsieur.
Nah, forget it.
Just trying to be helpful, monsieur.
Bring it to Rosso and have him get fingerprints from it. The last person who touched it was the guy. Assuming he wasn't wearing, you know... Well, would a clown... I don't know if a clown would normally just have his normal hands out, or if he would have... They would probably have gloves, right?
I have to be going. Thanks to your help, the citizens of Paris can sleep a little easier tonight.
Vraiment? I was only doing my duty, monsieur. Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
Not for a while, I'm sure. It's a long game, I'm sure, so...
So the clown
Back here.
escaped into the sewer, come up into the courtyard, and then slipped back into the street here. It wasn't much, but it was more than the cops had got.
True. So let's call on Nicola. Who's he? Is that the Rosso guy?
Hello? Who is this?
Hi.
Right.
My name's George Stobart. You don't know me.
Correct, Mr. Stobart. I don't. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to trace one of your customers. Could I maybe come over and talk to you?
No. No, that's not possible.
Oh, okay. Forget it. Listen, all I want is a name.
What are you talking about? Who are you working for?
What?
I guess you might say I'm acting in the interests of truth and justice.
Ah, thank God. I thought you were the police.
There are innocent lives at stake, Mr. Todrick. Lives that you could save.
You're collecting for charity, yes?
No, I'm not. All I want from you is information.
Go on. I'm listening.
Really? Okay. That's a very strange call to accept, I guess.
Do you know a guy called Plantar?
No, I never heard of him.
Shall I tell you what happened to Plantar? How he was killed in cold blood?
I told you, I never heard of Plantar.
It lets me bring that up again.
I expect Plantar's a family man, don't you? In their little apartment, Madame Plantar is cooking the supper, listening for the familiar sound of her husband's key in the door. Junior is waiting for his daddy to come home from work. He can't wait to show him the merit marks he earned in school today. Only tonight, Monsieur Plantar won't be coming home.
You forgot the puppy.
Huh?
The faithful puppy dog, waiting for the sound of his master's voice.
Well, maybe they don't have a dog. What do you think?
I don't know, Plantar. I never heard of Plantar. None of this has anything to do with me.
That was certainly interesting.
What do you know about the clown who bombed the Café de la Chandelle Verte?
I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
You're cool, Todrick. But I think you know more than you're saying.
I don't know who you be, but sure I am you don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Quit playing games with me, Todrick.
I tell you, I know nothing about no clown.
Awkward pause. What? Yeah, that's definitely an awkward pause for you. What? Okay, I guess I'm going
Thanks for
back.
nothing, Todrick.
Perfect. Perfect. Can we call him again? See if maybe then he will spill something.
Hello? Who is this?
Mr. Todrick?
Oh, it's you again. What now?
Nothing.
Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
Let's see if this could help Nicole at all. I don't think so, but...
Hello, Nico Coulard.
Hello? It's George.
Ah, oui.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news for me?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to the clown. And I know where the killer gets his suits.
No kidding. Hey, I'm impressed.
You are? Well, it wasn't easy.
Look, why don't you come here to my apartment later this afternoon?
Fine. Where do you live?
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay, I'll come over.
I was used to working alone, but I had to admit it felt good with George on the case too. But there were some things I was going to have to do alone, and fast. I needed the answers to some questions. Who was the costume killer? And why did he murder Carchon? Why did Carchon ask for me to interview him? How did he know my father? And why was my editor so scared? There was some kind of secret war going on out there, but who was on which side? One thing I did know. I wasn't going to get the answers sitting at my desk.
Alright. There's no need for that. All this stuff and that photo. Okay. Let's have a look around.
No messages for me. It was a photograph of my father, the first one I ever took, with the first camera he ever bought me.
Turned out rather well then, I must say. Music? Yep, music.
My old table had seen better days. I was beginning to know how it felt.
Oh, that's just sitting down. Dope. It's not what I wanted. Nico, can you get up? Thank you. Not sure how I did that, but
My first Teddy. Never had a boyfriend as loyal as him.
okay. Storage chest, by the looks of it. interesting. The music just... yeah, it goes away, basically.
The box was one of the few things my father left me. The elephant on the lid was a perfect match to Cochon's.
Yeah, I was gonna say, certainly does look similar. Can I pick that up?
The box was carved by my father. It never had a key. A safe key.
I already used that one,
It
didn't
was
we?
the drawing room key.
Nothing. Okay. Just making sure, you know. I'm just curious why we still have these, so... can we just lockpick it?
The box was one of the few things. The elephant on the...
Yeah, well, I don't know. Put it back. Is there anything else? No. Okay then. Go up. Okay, is there anything else other than her?
It was my neighbor, the so-called psychic.
Well, let's talk to the so-called psychic then. What is it with the psychic theme now, though?
Mademoiselle Collard.
Oh, hello there. Don't tell me. I'm going to meet a tall, dark man.
No, I don't think so. Why would you say that?
Oh, just a wild guess.
Anyway, your cousin's female and very pretty.
What?
Your cousin from Marseille. How could you forget her so soon? She was only in your apartment yesterday.
Ah, really?
Such a charming young girl.
Isn't she? And in my apartment, you say?
She let herself in, of course. She's got a key.
Suddenly, everything made sense. My apartment had been bugged. That was how Plantard knew all about my article. How did I know? Because the only cousin I have is a sweet little guy called Jean-Marc, who runs a patisserie in Le Touquet. These people were determined, which meant they were also very dangerous.
So that means that the bomber killer, or, you know, in case there's multiple, are on our side? That is interesting. That's very interesting.
I suppose she'd forgotten which apartment was mine.
Oh, Miss Collard, you're a mind reader. That's just what she said.
Oh, I bet it was. Well, I'd better be going. See what my sweet cousin's been getting up to.
Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Definitely worth speaking to her then. Well, let's go. Ooh, sweet. The cafe, the Garchon residence, and Rue Jarry, which is where we just came from. Not liking the French names though, but you know. Right. Ooh. Look at that.
The workman looked about as eager and helpful as your average road digger. Hello, could I ask you some questions?
Same guy?
That depends. Are you a cop?
No, I'm a journalist.
Bit late, aren't you? They already took away the body.
I'm doing a follow-up on this story. Have the police finished with the crime scene?
What does it look like? I got orders to board up the windows, and that's what I'm doing.
So the body's been removed?
I certainly hope so, or it'll stink to high heaven when they take down these boards.
Shouldn't you check?
Are you kidding? They don't pay me enough to put up boards, let alone check for dead bodies.
Strange accent on him.
Tell me, are you related to the workman I saw digging the hole?
Don't talk to me about flobage. Pah!
Okay.
He just won a fortune on the horses, and he won't give me a cent.
Well, it's his money.
When he was broke, he was happy to touch me for a loan. Brothers should look after each other, he used to say. He's changed his tune, now he's brassed up.
You're doing a fine job.
Damn right I am. You should be writing about me, not that idiot that got blown up.
That's harsh.
Heroes who pick up the pieces when disaster strikes.
Exactly.
Well, give me your best smile and